Headhunted to Another World, 12 episodes, adventure, comedy, fantasy, and isekai. And to me, one of the hidden gems of winter 2025. Now, in this one, we have our main character, Dean Osuke, who just entered, yes, he entered a company and he's all gung ho to do his best, bringing achievements and everything, and give it his all. But sadly, he wasn't blessed with good bosses or higher ups. Yeah, you have those typical, well, not typical, but you have those that abuse their powers, take credits for their subordinates' work, kiss up, go out to play golf and kiss up to their bosses. Just simply, yes, abusive, blaming their subordinates for their own mistakes. You know, those awful bosses that you see in many works of fiction and sadly once in a while in real life. Now, Dinosuke, who sees all of this injustice, he wants to reform the company, and but the higher ups, drunk on power and not wanting him to rock the boat, sent him to a remote country to a subsidiary company or affiliated company, I should say, or something like that. It wasn't a specific. He just was transferred to another place, into a different company. Now, while he was in the other country, he was able to again be able to work hard and produce results, and he was going strong. He was achieving great things, but again, their bosses, threatened by his achievements, wants to transfer him again to another country. So yeah, they really wants to screw him over and not let him rise up the corporate ladder. Now, but sadly, our main character Dinosuke, he got ran over by a granny who wasn't paying attention and ran him over with her, I won't say motorcycle. What type of, well, let's just say like a type of motorcycle. And I don't know if he died or he was simply just teleported. But yes, the demon king, seen, I don't know, maybe looking for somebody for specific talents, he summoned him to his world, to the demon kingdom, isekai, and he knew of all his achievements. He knew how hard he works, how he went to a different country, and even there made great achievements. And he wanted that as type of talent for his kingdom. Now, before I get, yes, he, no, let me continue. And yes, he wanted that type of talent to his kingdom. And to be fair, uh, uh, I won't say a new take, but our main character Inosuke, he doesn't become an overpowered OP protagonist. He doesn't, throughout the 12th episode, he doesn't learn magic. He doesn't suddenly develop superhuman strength or a cheat skill or anything like that. No, his main job is non-combatant. He is just supposed to make relations with surrounding tribes so they join his demon army, the demon king's army, or solve the food shortage or food price hike, and so on and so on. So he's a non-combatant and he stays that way throughout the end of the at least this season. Now, that's the most jigs of it. Now, let me talk about Dinosuke himself. Now, Dinosuke, not only him, but many characters have such expressive facial animation. I don't know how they did it with the, but yes, they were able was able to capture a good variety of facial expression. anger, dread, sorrow. They were I don't know how the animators cook were able to cook quite good with this anime. With the animation was done very well. The color palettes, all of the character models, from supporting main characters to supporting, or even side characters that you only see for one episode and that's it. All of them characters model was very well done. There wasn't any that I noticed there wasn't any drop in quality animation, or the quality of the cartoon models or anything. Very consistent for what you saw from the first episode, consistent to the very last. Maybe they could have done a little bit better with the fighting animation, but this anime isn't fight heavy. It's mostly the main character amending relationship with other characters. Like I said, he's a non-combatant. He just negotiates and so on and so on. But still, well, but not trash fighting animation, but decent fighting animation, I would say. Now, the Inosuke also, one thing that I also like about him is that whenever he's stuck or in a rut, in a negotiation, or in a problem, he always likes to go inside his own head and imagine himself in a Japanese bar, eating food, drinking some good alcohol, or sake, or whatever drink. And even one of the drinks, Overlord, is very ridiculous but funny at the same time. But I don't know why, but it didn't interrupt the flow of the story. In fact, I quite enjoy it in some ways. And one thing that you might not, I noticed in the third episode is that if you listen closely, whenever he's in his head in that bar scene, you can hear classic Japanese music in the background, and some of them I recognize that some of them are quite old, practically either when I was a child or even before I was born. There are classic that you can still hear to this day. But yes, whenever that bar scene always come up, I always hear closely to the background music to see if I have heard that song or not. And most of them, yes. It's something that I personally enjoyed. Now, other than the Inosuke, we have supporting character. We had uh, sorry, Ulmandra. The Ulmandra, the red hair elf girl, who the strongest fighter, and she developed a crush throughout the episode on the Inosuke. But I would say, like, by the third episode, she developed a hefty crush on the Inosuke, and she is very jealous. Each time that another girl talks to him or wants to spend time with him, even if he's just simply business related and not obviously not romantic at all, because the Inosuke is always in working mode when he's out and about, she still gets jealous and is so cute. No, and but there's other characters that are very well that appear throughout the 12th episode. But I think that the one that I'm going to talk about is the Demon King himself. The Demon King is the dream boss that everybody deserves. Throughout the end of the season, he says that he asks the question, what makes a great king? And the Inosuke says along the lines of knowledge, and the knowledge to lead the people, and and the perseverance and so on, the typical stuff. But the Demon King says no. What a king needs is power, and we even if you don't have knowledge or if you don't know how to properly govern a kingdom, as long as you have power, you can be king. And in some ways, says yes, that can be true, but not in this case. Yes, the Demon King is super strong, but throughout the 12th episode, he does shows a lot of king or leader qualities. He knows how he throughout the 12 episodes he knows how to properly delegate a task to the right people. He When a subordinate screws up, he doesn't berate them or simply or just kill them and be it. No, he said, "Hey, sometimes you can go in fully prepared, and some things just simply go wrong. But hey, let's fix this." And yes, he was able to motivate the main character, and they were able to find a solution. And even when the main character is very sleep deprived, in order to fix a certain problem, the demon says, "Hey, I am king and I am ordering you to sleep. If you sleep, you be sleep deprived, risk the chance of you just forming a sloppy plan and putting in danger the kingdom, and I cannot have you do that. I order you to sleep." And I don't know. I know that the demon king. Yes, it is very good to have both power and knowledge, but even if he only has power, he knows that he only has power. So he requires the knowledge of other people around him in order to help him. And he knows how to use that knowledge, which is also a very good quality for a leader. And he knows how to retain that talent. So that the Demon King is not only a good Demon King. I was very much surprised that I enjoyed his character or leadership very much. Now, let me see if I am. Well, one thing that I want to say is that in this anime, there's demons and demi-humans. And I was always confused because other than the Inosuke, we don't see any human. Every single other character that we see throughout the show is either a demon, Lamia, fairy, elf, beast person. You The Inosuke is the only the demon. Sorry, the Inosuke is the only human that appears throughout the entire show. So saying that there's demons and demi-human, I always in my head thought just call them demi-demons or something, because there's no humans throughout the show. The only the Inosuke. So let me see if I'm missing anything. The characters, the world building. Yes, I set my piece. So I'm going to end it with giving it the score. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy this anime. The story about, well, being very straightforward, but the animation, even the comedy, everything else just worked so well that it was elevate this one from to an 8. So yes, now yes, yes, I'm going to leave it here. Now, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're from, and see you next video.